Gonna read a post, okay? This post was sent to me by a content creator named Simply T-Made, and it's her 15 minutes. I married an African man as well. They are honestly the exception when it comes to dating. They are quicker to date you for marriage than most black American men who will just try to make you a baby mama. They also have more respect for their families and cultures than to get caught up in the baby mama slash baby daddy drama that most black American men get involved in. If I stayed dealing with black American men, I would have probably become a lonely and bitter baby mama. I'm so happy that God has better plans for me. Honestly, going African is the best advice I could give to most black women who are looking to become wives, settle down, and start a family. African men and these black American bums are not the same. Ladies, do better and find you an African king. All right, that was from Simply Teammate, freshly minted as of the time of my reading it. At an early hour in the morning. Shit, I just happened to be up and look at my laptop. I found this bullshit here. And, okay, we'll give you your 15 minutes of fucking fame. We'll give it to you after the jump.
Fuck you. Oh, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you. Fuck, 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 fuck,
Bitch, you sugar free at Crash Dummy. I ain't the smartest motherfucker in the world, but you just another bitch that need gas money. And this is some news you can use. Bitch, a million motherfuckers wanna be in my shoes. Bitch, I'm a legend in these streets. The better kind. How many of y'all niggas know where y'all bitch at right now? Never mind. Believe everything that bitch tell you, huh? Don't lie to splurge. Boyfriend, pimpin', nigga, shit, what is it? Mine or hers? Mobe then. Your average nigga break his neck to go to your house. Have I ever been there? Okay then. What I'ma give a bitch a pass for? Spent all that time in school and got a job that ain't got nothing to do with you with your class for. Here goes some real sugar-free toughener. If the bitch got a gang of play cousins and play brothers, they fucking her. Sugar-free to pee. Look like the game hurt. If the bitch got 2 or 3 phones, she either a hoe or a brain surgeon. How to write the book, motherfucker. I just read what was in the motherfucker.
All right, I want to say that, I want to just be honest with you and let you know that right off the bat, I blocked you, okay? I blocked your ass. And the reason I blocked you is because you talked to me from a troll channel. So your identity is even suspect that I'm talking to a black woman and shit. But, I'm going to assume that I'm going to assume that Simply T-Made, or Simply underscore T-Made, is a black woman and shit. Okay, it sounds like an average run of the mill black woman and shit that you encounter out here. One of these generational misandrists and shit. Might be young. She says she's married a African man. She could actually be African herself. But if you want me to take the bait, okay, here I'm gonna take the fucking bait. All right, I'm gonna take the fucking bait and shit and talk to you. All right, honey. I am an elder statesman and down here in the slave quarters. I'm an elder statesman and shit. Right? Now, I don't know if you're actually married to an African man or whatever. I'm not here to disparage anyone from the diaspora, the motherland. I'm not here to disparage anyone. I respond to them I respond to like disrespect from, non-foundationals on a case-by-case basis and shit. All right? I literally respond to that shit by case-by-case basis. But I'm here to let you know that, I am in my early 50s, and I know that black women were saying fuck black men as far back as 1975. That's from personal memory, by the way. I know this, okay? I have proof of this. I have proof of this shit. But I can't post it. It would compromise my identity. But I gotta be honest with you. They were doing that back in the 70s. I'm from the Chi, okay? A lot of women... Every weekend, a lot of women and shit, from upper middle class to, the hood, a lot of project girls, women, they were taking their ass over to a place called, nicknamed the Village, okay? That was where the African guys were. A lot of those African guys were college students. They were going to college here on, set asides. A lot of the time, those set asides were supposed to be earmarked for foundational black Americans. But no one's, I'm not bitching about it. But a lot of these women were like, fuck niggas. They were like, even I want you to know, your mother and grandma and all the motherfucking great grandma, they was like fuck black men for as far as back as I can remember and shit for the most part. They all had some kind of shitty story that discounted their involvement in it and shit. But they were going to the African village. They were going to those African nightclubs and shit, and they was hooking up with these African dudes. These African dudes was banging the shit out of their ass. All right, was just banging the fuck. They was over there to play, man. I know some of them was looking for husbands, you know, and some of them did get married to these American black women and shit because they needed a fucking green card. Okay, a green card shit. Every African dude I know married to a sister is here in the United States. They have not taken their American bride back to their motherland, back to their actual country of origin to live for any appreciable, amount of time and shit. And a lot of times they didn't do that was because they had a family back there. Okay? Or the woman was simply a means to an end. I gotta be honest and shit. I saw a lot of sisters with babies, during that time, like African babies. And they get, the sisters was respectful and gave the baby the daddy's name and shit, much unlike, American black women. You always get like, the dude is not there when the baby's born and shit to sign a birth certificate because she didn't want him there. And I want you to really, if you really are a young black woman and shit, I want you to consider that no one is making anybody a baby mama, okay? No one is doing that, okay? If you can't manage your womb, then you should be on some form of birth control, okay? Or have a hysterectomy. But I know that they don't normally do that, But if you can't see whether a penis has a condom on it, I don't know what to tell you, okay? I don't know what to tell you. You're losing your fucking nut, okay? If you can't differentiate between a penis without a condom on it, what are you bitching about, okay? And as far as baby mama / baby daddy drama that is usually created by women who are the custodial parents of the child, they refuse to let the child interact with the father and shit because they feel a certain way and shit. And doing that, they destroy families. They destroy generations. And they destroy these men's future because they're not raising the man's children, even though that is his living sentient genetic material. It becomes a parody of what the man is. And that's what happens, okay? You miseducate your children and shit, male and female, and then they don't have any guidance. They don't have any kind of point of reference and shit, and they become degenerates and criminals and shit, okay? In other words, narcissists like yourself. It's sad, Yeah, I'm not upset that you would refer to black American men as bums. We feel the same way about you. And it's taken us a long time to get here and shit. It was very, very slow to that metaphorical table because up until now we still held out hope that we could marry one of you bitches and have a proper, nuclear black family. I grew up, I was a planned birth and shit. My parents planned me. My parents were married and shit. They were like 30 and shit when they had me. And they had a house already and all this shit. And as I grew up, I saw that aesthetic less and less. I saw more, shitty ass black women that had made really bad choices with their womb. The power that God gave you to create a life in your womb was mismanaged. And what came from your womb, from your lust, from your ignorance, from your selfishness, is what's walking around today. So yeah, you do better. I'm glad you got your African king and shit. And I hope he takes you back to the homeland. I hope she teaches you how to be a proper wife, how to respect people, how to have a sense of agency about yourself. Okay? I hope you get in touch with your motherfucking roots. Okay? Because right now, all I see is another infantilized, okay? Self infantilized, by the way. You disrespect yourself by taking the time to come over here and try to emotionally terrorize some brothers. You disrespect yourself and shit. And you write this shit to black men. If you think black American men are bums, you think your father is a bum. If you don't respect your father or his grandfather, the men that came before him, the lineage and shit, then you need to go home and ask your mama why you hate black men, bitch.
This message has been paid for by the Dusties. Yes, the niggas you love to hate.